Hello everyone, welcome to this new webinar called Broadcast Truths 2025 Pre-NAB Inside. As you may know, I'm Sergio Alexeyev, International Manager here in Cinegy. And today with me is Yaroslav our Product and Partnership Manager. So, for the 20 years, Cinegy has been leading the way in software-defined television. With the NAB 2025 around the corner, we wanted to have an open and honest conversation about what's actually happening in broadcasting. So from the industry consideration to the real economics of cloud workflows, we will share some key insight on trends shaping our industry. So Yaroslav, I'd say it's time to have some straight talk about broadcasting in 2025. What do you think?
Absolutely, Sergio. In this episode, we decided to take on a different approach. Rather than focusing on Synergy software features and diving into technical overview, we thought we could share some insights on what we feel the main trends of the industry and the markets are. The broadcast industry is evolving faster than ever, as you may know, and it's time to separate the hype from reality. Our CTO, Jan Weigner, has been analyzing the economic and technical pressures facing broadcasters this year, and there's plenty to discuss. I'm looking forward to diving into what really matters in today's broadcasting environment.
Well, okay, before we jump into the first topic, I would like to remind you that, as usual, in the end of the session, we will have a Q&A. Q&A section. Okay, so you are very welcome to place your questions right now until the end of the webinar. And as usual, we will try to answer to all of those during the Q&A session. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's talk about the first one, which is the industry reality check. So as you mentioned, Jan, our CTO, described 2025 as the year of harsh reality for the broadcasters. So Yaroslav, what are the biggest challenges that you are seeing across the industry today?
Well, yeah, we're seeing multiple pressures hitting broadcasters at once, and streaming services, once focused on aggressive content spending, are now cutting back while raising prices. That shift is having a ripple effect across the entire media ecosystem. In the meantime, sports rights costs are skyrocketing, forcing the broadcasters to find new ways to monetize those investments. Public broadcasters are facing their own challenges, budget freezes and cuts, but they're still expected to deliver ever more content across multiple platforms.
That's right. Actually, this is exactly what I'm hearing from the customers. So, in today's environment, efficiency is not just important; it's a survival strategy. So, how are the broadcasters, adapting to this new environment?
The general tendency is that focus is shifting from capital investments to operational efficiency. Broadcasters are being asked to do more with less, which is driving interest in software defined infrastructure, scalable solutions that don't require heavy hardware investments. The cloud conversation has also matured. It's no longer about moving to the cloud for its own sake, but it's about balancing storage costs, traffic expenses, and performance needs to find the right solution. So we can see right shift into an in-depth knowledge in the area, and the fact that a lot of broadcasters are starting to count money.
Right. Yes, actually, that's once again aligned perfectly with what the customers are telling me and telling to other vendors as well. So basically, the priority is no longer chasing trends, right? It's about practical solutions that deliver real value. So right now, so the cost control is now it's the central to every technology decision. So broadcasters are renewing their operations closely to find inefficiencies, and many are rethinking how they balance capital versus operational expenses. Okay, at the same time, industry consolidation is playing a huge role in technology decisions. So mergers mean companies needs flexible solutions that can integrate smoothly without requiring a complete infrastructure overhaul, right?
Yeah, we're clearly seeing a massive change in the world of the broadcast, and given that a lot of companies are struggling, mergers is one of the great survival strategies. So, speaking of consolidation, we've seen substantial mergers and acquisitions in the media over the past few years. How is this reshaping technology decisions?
That's a very good question, and it's a complex one to answer. So basically, the company merge, they face a huge challenge. So it's about you need to integrate in different systems while at the same time you need to keep operations running smoothly, right? And that drives the demands for software-defined solutions that can connect this technology silos without the complete rebuild. Okay, so basically, here's another case. Another key question is scalability. So how do you expand operations efficiently after merger without dramatically increasing hardware and staff? How you do that?
Well, that's the software-defined infrastructure really shines. It seems like it's been built to solve this particular kind of problems because it's quite easy to deploy, it's rather easy to train the staff, and they can pop up like mushrooms after rain with minor investments, really.
Yes, this is right, with minor investments. So, once again, as our CTO Jan often points out, so software defined systems let the broadcaster scale without need for huge hardware investment. So, let's take a good example of our portfolio. Sorry to include Cinegy in the conversation, but well, basically it's about it as well. So take our playout and automation solution Cinegy Air. So with the virtual playout, broadcasters can spin up new channels on demand. So no new physical infrastructure required. Okay, the resources can be dynamically allocated based on actual and new needs, and also reducing waste and maximizing efficiency, which is once again the key point that we are talking about, right?
Yeah, that's the kind of things we see every day with our Cinegy deployments. Customers are adding new channels quickly, adapting merged content libraries without a complete overhaul, and automating more workflows to free up human resources for high-value tasks where humans are needed.
One of our recent innovation that perfectly reflects our practical and how to say proper problem-solving approach that we have here. If we talk about this approach in particular, Yaroslav, can you explain us a bit more the H.264 interlaced encoding challenge that we just tackled?
So, some of you may be familiar with this challenge, some of you may not, so I'll just do a quick recap. So, even as the industry moves towards progressive formats, H.264 interlace remains the global standard for 1080i HDTV transmissions. Whether it's over the air, satellite, cable, or streaming, it's still there. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. So when NVIDIA's Turing GPUs dropped support for H.264 interlace encoding, broadcasters faced a tough choice: keep using outdated Pascal GPUs with no driver updates, or lose interlace support entirely. Neither option was viable. With our greatest Cinecoder SDK, greatest and latest Cinecoder SDK, we restored H.264 interlace encoding on current generation NVIDIA GPU, including Turing, Ampere, and Ada Lovelace. All the modern architectures and upcoming ones are supposed to just work with interlace encoding just fine. This gives broadcasters the performance and efficiency of modern GPUs without sacrificing interlace encoding.
That's the key point. Yeah, I really like it. And so far, actually, the feedback from the customer has been extremely positive. So basically, they love that we solve the real world problem instead of, pushing unnecessary upgrades, correct?
Well, it's not to love, really. The upgrades to the newer architecture of the cards have been pending, and some of the cards, some of our broadcasters have had those cards for ages. So yeah, we only tackled the problem that everyone was asking us to solve, which makes us really proud. Given the ongoing trends with NAB 2025 coming up, what kind of solutions do you think the broadcasters should be focusing on this year?
This year, I think it's going to be the K theme. The K topic will be practical solutions that solve real problems. Okay, once again, so I would say, and many people would say that broadcasters are looking for technologies that enhances existing workflows, not expanding, not expensive overhauls. So every investment needs to show the clear return of investment. That's the point.
I completely agree. The key is partnering with technology providers who truly understand your business challenges, not just those chasing industry buzzwords. We're especially focused on how storage solutions are evolving from passive repositories into strategic assets, enabling content monetization through smarter access and management. Hybrid approaches that combine on-prem reliability with cloud flexibility are emerging as the optimal way to balance performance and cost.
Correct. Yes. Okay. So, and of course, if you want to meet us to speak us personally about these issues, about how can we help you, you can see us and you can meet us in NAB, South Hall, in our booth, which is SL3606. So we'll be obviously showcasing how our solutions reduce time to air, maximize content value, and enable new distribution channels without huge new investments. So if you see how we do that, come to see us, please. It's been a quite good conversation. I think it's a wrap up. So before we go to the Q&A session, Yaroslav, the last question would be, what should broadcaster take away from today's discussion that you and I had?
Well, to sum it up, it's three key things. So, first of all, it's operational efficiency is critical. It is really in the world where the budgets are limited and there is no time or willingness for the capital investments, and the budgets are scarce and the specialists are all busy and overloaded with different tasks. Broadcasters need to do more with less, and software-defined solutions are key in achieving that. So the second takeaway I can think about is that the cloud strategy needs to be smart. We all have heard a lot of those talks about the cloud migration for years and years and years. Some of us got burned with that. Some of us just had really nice trials and great successful projects delivered based on cloud and hybrid technologies. We all know how to harness the best powers of it and avoid the unnecessary expenses. So basically, these days, cloud is not just about being cloud first, it's about balancing costs, flexibility, and performance for real business value. And finally, the final takeaway I would add would be evolution over revolution. And basically, that just means that the best investments are those that enhance existing workflows and deliver real measurable improvements, not just the flashy innovation. So there is no need to buy racks of new equipment. There is no need to spend massive budgets on the upgrades. There are ways to improve what's already available and what's already there, just by changing the operations and relying on new kind of software-defined infrastructure, or just giving it a chance.
I absolutely agree with the last one. With obviously with the three of them, with all of them, but last one I think is really important, and nowadays is getting much more important for our customers themselves. Okay, so I think it's a great it's a great summary. So we appreciate everyone join us. Please stay with us because we're gonna have our Q&A session in the following minutes. Once again, I will remind you, if you are leaving, that you can see us in person again in the NAB booth as SL3606. Sorry, 3606. I will say that again. And now I think it's time to go to the Q&A session. Yaro, you ready for that?
I was born ready. Also, as a reminder, if you have to leave now and you asked your question, you don't have a chance to listen to it, this video will be available as a catch-up. We'll upload it on our YouTube channel eventually, and all of you who came to see us today will get a link to this same webinar in the course of the next few days. Thanks for coming, and bring on those questions.
Hello everyone, welcome to this new webinar.
So we still do have some questions. Give me just a sec. Okay. Okay, let's go for the first one. So we got a question from Emma, broadcast engineer from the UK. As you mentioned, the shift towards software-defined infrastructure, what are the biggest barriers broadcasters face when transitioning from traditional hardware-based setup, and how can they overcome them? Yaro, that's for you, mate.
Sure. Everyone would agree that with software-defined televisions, one of the biggest challenges you face when you're trying to implement that kind of solutions on in different installations would be the inertia and lack of flexibility. So we know that our industry, broadcast industry, is rather aging, and when you're approaching the age of 60 years old, it's you're reluctant to learn new things, and of course people know the reliable hardware solutions that they've been working with for years and years, and basically they do not rush to accept something that runs just on commodity hardware. They don't trust computers, that they trust the wires and appliances. In order to mitigate for this, we actually employ the seamless strategies to migrate, because our software integrates with all the legacy devices, all the legacy systems. We support a variety of protocols, APIs, and there is a way to seamlessly intertwine Cinegy operation with the existing workflows, until step by step, gradually, it just replaces the old workflows and helps you overcome that learning curve for the staff. We also offer training, of course. Our documentation is widely available, so we got you. Just give us a chance.
That's right. Yes, about the documentation, the web you need to check out, the website is open.cinegy.com. That's where all the documentation is available. I have. All right, so let's go for the second one. This one is from Mark from Germany. So many companies are dealing with legacy systems from different vendors. Obviously, it was just we just mentioned. So what are the key factors when we talk about integration? When we talk about integrating, sorry, these systems without causing a major disruptions? Well, that's a good one.
I think I kind of answered this question in the previous one, but I'll just reiterate that one of the key aspects that we focus on is the ability to integrate with the existing systems. Our list of systems that we seamlessly integrate with is rather long, and we are actually happy to take on the integration projects when it comes to new installations, to make sure that the systems that the engineers and operators are used to are still in place, and they are not immediately abandoned. So first of all, it's a carefully planned migration strategy. Second of all, it's technical prowess that allows you to work with the existing systems without any issues. Third of all is education, and as I mentioned, we provide bespoke trainings for the customers. We run the regular certification courses. We offer our documentation that is always available on the website. And after all, we're always there, available via email or messengers if you know our contacts. And we really don't bite. Just ask your questions, and we will answer them.
Yeah, we're always ready to, and we're always pleased to start any type of discussion. Okay, next one. Okay, next one is from Tom from Australia. Tom is a playout manager. So Tom is asking, it was interesting the balancing on-prem and cloud storage. How can us or any type of broadcaster decide what should stay on premises versus what can be moved to the cloud?
Well, the general rule of thumb is that anything that is high demand and low latency needs to be on-prem, because you basically need to have that in a reliable way available to your content producers. However, anything archived, any archived storages, any footages, any historical data can indeed benefit from being stored in object storages in the cloud, and that also enhances its availability, that whenever you need to pull something out of archive or search something there, it's just there. As you guys might know, or many of you who are familiar with Cinegy archive system, know we work with multiple storages at the same time, and you may have a variety of them and multiple tier system, multiple layer system that will be accessible from the same or different archive databases. So many options.
Right. Okay. I have another question. This one is quite interesting, and it's connected to the previous one. So this one is from Alex from USA, from US. It's quite early in the years, but anyway. Okay. So you talk about the need of a smarter cloud strategy. Okay. So what are the common mistakes broadcasters make when moving to the cloud, and how can we, or how can they avoid unnecessary costs? It's interesting.
It is an interesting question. Yes, generally, the worst mistake you can make is not researching it enough. So in some cases, the calculations of the cloud expenses do not really cover the proper expectations for the data transfer and the storage, and the way you go into real production, those costs skyrocket. These are the most expensive bits, particularly the traffic, and the miscalculation at the very beginning is something that would lead into that kind of issues. So first of all, educate yourself in cloud technologies. This is something that is inevitable. This is future. This is happening, and it's not just in the broadcast industry. This is just infiltrating everywhere in our life. Second of all, yeah, if you want help with planning your cloud infrastructure, ask for help, because we have delivered numerous projects in the cloud and hybrid. We know how to lead you in the right direction to build the proper infrastructure, and we can help you make the most out of it, make the most out of its reliability, availability, scalability, and quick turnaround. So yeah, just to summarize, keep in mind the expensive bits like storage and traffic, plan well, do the calculations, and don't be shy to ask for help.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So don't be shy to ask us anything, because we have plenty of experience in it. So I think we help large, small, and medium-sized customers to implement solutions in the cloud, not only playouts, but plenty of other solutions. So we're always happy to help you in this process, which is a long process. Okay, and I think there's a time for last one. Okay, we'll go for Stefan, who is from Sweden. Okay, so Stefan is asking, Cinegy you have mentioned that you are focused on evolution over revolution. What's next on your roadmap?
Haha, always a good question. First of all, if you're at NAB, come and talk to us, and we'll tell you more and probably demonstrate something. But generally, enhancing our solutions in the AI realm. Some of you may be familiar with our AI-generated subtitles, so we're going to be working on improving that and expanding that. There are numerous aspirations in getting the AI married to archive, so we're looking for the best ways to enhance it, and our R&D department is working hard to deliver some of the features in that realm. I won't be telling you too much about the details, but when the time is right, you will find out. And of course, expanding on the cloud native applications. By this, I mean, yeah, some of you might correct me that you are a software company, you are cloud native. Yes, we've always been. However, what I mean is delivering a better cost value in the cloud. So for that, we are moving towards the cross-platform solutions. So all of the Cinegy solutions that you are familiar with or that you have seen on our website will eventually and gradually move to cross-platform. We already have the management clients for Cinegy Archive and Cinegy Air running on Macs or on Linux and various different platforms. But the main idea is that we will also get the transcoding part of it into Linux and any other system, which will drive the costs down significantly for your cloud infrastructure. So this is especially topical for the cloud and hybrid deployments. I believe that we should be able to show something at IBC perhaps. So yeah, just come and ask us more questions, more updates about this one. This one has been a major direction for us. And yeah, just basically follow our updates regarding every single release and follow our press releases, social media, because we like to tell you about the new things that we've got in our software, and we like your feedback.
We do. Okay, I think it's been quite a good session. Once again, hope to see you in person, me and Yaroslav in the NAB. You can find us in South Hall SL 3606. And thank you very much for your time and have a good day. Yaro, see you, mate.
Bye-bye.
Bye.